Y'all read the title, y'all know what's going on. I failed at vlogging week 3 of the Magical Readathon. I'll get into all my reasons of why I didn't vlog week 3 and how it failed and all that stuff in just a moment, but let me kind of just give you a little overview of what we're going to talk about in this video. It's going to be like a week 3 recap, so I'm going to be talking about the 2 books and a half book that I read in week 3, and also going to be talking about the stress factor and stuff. We'll get into that first, and then we'll go into the 2 other books that I read, and I'll review both of them, and I'll talk about the 3rd one as well. And this is just going to be a quick video of me going through all my stuff and how these books related to the prompts and stuff. We're just going to go through all this stuff today in just a quick manner, because I don't want this to be just a long video. Like, I just want this to be like a short update video. Okay, anyways, yeah, let's just get into it with how did I fail week 3? How did I fail week 3? How did I fail week 3? Okay, so I did start the vlog. It was just weird. Like, I wasn't vlogging as much as I would have liked. Like, I wasn't really reading. I was just doing work. It felt like I was just doing editing all the time, and it was like just not entertaining. So that's like the first reason. So like, why would I just provide you guys with a video of me doing work 24/7 and editing for 100,000 hours? Like, I know that might be entertaining for me to watch, but I don't know if you guys would like that. And then second, I was just so stressed, and you guys don't know how hard it is to vlog. Like, you might see me have all these like montages of me reading or time lapses, but that takes a lot of effort. Like, it probably takes me double the time to set up my camera in all these different angles and like film myself reading. Like, I'll have to like literally set up my camera in different spots in my room and record myself reading for like 2 minutes each, and it's like for you guys to like resemble that I'm reading, and it's just like a lot of like work. I mean, the time lapses are real and stuff, but like it's a lot of work to kind of like set up all these different angles and record, and then also just like the vlog updates. Like, I have hours of footage each week of me just talking, and like it's just a lot of work, and I just didn't have the time, especially because I was launching channel memberships yesterday. Like, I launched channel memberships on the KOTLC fan base. Yeah, channel memberships. That was a big video. I had to make all these custom emojis, videos, community member posts. I had to do all these like crazy stuff for that. I had videos going out, and Spanish is closing in 2 weeks, and all my other classes are finishing up, and it's just stressful in general. So I just was like, nope, I cannot continue this, and I'll see how I do with week 4, but I don't know if I'm going to continue that either, because it's just so much stress for me. I don't want to put unnecessary stress on myself. So yeah, that's kind of my stress update, but let's dive into the first book that I read for week 3. Okay, so the first book I read for week 3, and for the prompt, or for the class Astronomy night classes, read most of this book during night, I read Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling, and I only read 60 pages of this book out of the 750-page book in the day. So yes, the overwhelming majority of this was read in the dark, and if I had gone in from the start thinking that I was going to be doing this for that prompt, I would have read 100% of it in the dark. But when I was going into it, I realized that I put this for the prompt until the end, because then I was like, oh wait, I did read the majority of this book in the dark. But yeah, that's besides the point. This is a 750-page book, and I read this in like 3 or 4 days, I'm pretty sure. Like, the first night I read 400 pages of this book, or 380, but it's close enough. And then the next 2 or 3 days, I finished it, and I launched into the 5th one, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. But yeah, this book is by far my favorite, and that's probably why I was able to read so much, and like so quickly too. So like, what I really like about this book is that it is the Tri-Wizarding Tournament, which is like the main kind of prospect of the book, which is not really a spoiler. There's this event that's taking place at Hogwarts, and it's like this really cool trial, and Harry Potter is selected for it. It's just cool, like seeing him go through the different challenges, and like it's just a unique thing in Hogwarts history, so that's fun. The second thing is that Harry Potter is like aging in this book, and he's starting to go into puberty, and so we can kind of see his like awkward phase, and like, you know, the ball, like there's like just a lot more older aspects going on in this book, and I really like seeing Harry Potter go through all that. And then third, which I'm going to contradict myself here, because I'm a very contradiction person. I'm a very controversial person. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying, but okay, in the second book I said it was really scary, and that was like one of the negative aspects, but I think for this book, the scary aspect, because it was increased, was amazing. Like, I think this scariness of this book made the book better, because there's just always this dark tone to it, and like it was kind of like this like dark creepiness, like seeking towards Harry, and I really like that. So like the first chapter, kind of like, it's not even about Harry Potter, it's about like this backstory that like kind of makes sense towards the book. It's like almost almost a prologue or like something, like, and I just really liked that, and it immediately started the creepiness, and it just like the tension was rising throughout the book. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I really enjoyed Harry Potter because there's that tension, there's like the constant action of the Triwizarding Tournament. There's just a lot more, I guess, like angst and emotion in this book. There's a lot more at stake with this one, and there's even more, I guess, like death or injuries and all that. And it was just so interesting to also see like the different wizarding schools, like not just Hogwarts, but Durmstrang, and that's the only one I know. Seeing the expansion of this book to like other wizarding schools and like other wizarding Quidditch teams and stuff, that was really cool, and I just really liked the magic system and stuff. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and I rated it 5 stars. It's my favorite Harry Potter book, and yeah, that fulfilled one of the prompts, and it boosted me 750 pages this month's reading. So let's get into the next book. Okay, so the second book I read for week 3 and for the first prompt, which I'll get into a little bit, is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer, which I read the majority. I read like half of the book in week 3, and then I finished the book in week 4. So I'm just going to review it right now. But first, let me talk about the prompt. This was for the prompt art on the cover or in the title, and I'm so desperate to get this prompt, for this to be this prompt, because there is no heart in the title of you can see A Curse So Dark and Lonely. There's no heart in that. There's no heart on the cover, but look, this is so desperate of me, but one of the blurbs, the top blurb, says, absolutely spellbinding, full of fierce new characters, wicked magic, and wondrous amounts of heart. So the word heart is on the cover, guys. This is literally how desperate I am to get this prompt. I was going to originally do, the second book to this was A Heart So Fierce and Broken. I was going to listen to the audiobook of that. I just don't have that time anymore. So the word heart is on this book, and I'm going to use that because it says heart on the cover or on the title. So you can't argue against me with that one. But I really did end up enjoying this book, especially as it went on. Like, it was a little bit hard to get into. It felt kind of like just kind of plain, I guess, but it immediately had this kind of like A Court of Thorns and Roses feel to it, because this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so it did have this A Court of Thorns and Roses feel to it. And then I guess as the main character started to grow a little bit more strong, it just got really good, because then this turned into a whole political story, and like I don't normally like political fantasy kind of like this, or like epic fantasy, which regards a lot of politicalness and like restoring kingdoms and all that stuff. Like I don't normally like that, but with this book, I really enjoy the political aspect, because I don't really want to spoil too much, but there's like this ruse within. Oh, and I should also mention, I was buddy reading this with Lily the Book Nerd. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I was buddy reading this with Lily the Book Nerd. She comments on pretty much all of my videos, and yeah, we buddy readed this together, and it was really just an amazing story. Let's go into a little bit of my review. Oh, the synopsis of this book is that, so this, okay, there's 2 characters. Let's just start out with Ren, actually. So Ren, in this world called what is it called? Emberfall. There's this world called Emberfall, and Ren, this, like, he's in this curse, and every year he turns into this beast, and every year has to bring in woman, and like to break the curse, someone has to love him, and he's the heir to the throne. He's like the prince or whatever. And then other characters named Harper. She's a teen in our world, and she has cerebral palsy. And then suddenly one day she gets kidnapped into this new world, and she is kind of sought to like break the curse or whatever, and also I guess save the throne, and there's like all these dark magic and evil kind of stirring, and she just must fight to save Ren and save his kingdom and, you know, break the curse. So it's just like a Beauty and the Beast, but it's like very original. Like there's not very many similarities between the Beauty and the Beast. It's just it's a very original Beauty and the Beast retelling, like it says on the cover. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, the new world aspect, and there's like, it wasn't too highly fantasy, if that makes sense. Like it was just some of the creatures were magical. And yeah, I've been actually kind of liking this genre a little bit more, like not too overly fantasy with like all the magical powers and stuff, but just kind of like set in a kind of like a fantasy medieval land. Like I really like the setting, and I really like the characters and the romance. Like it wasn't forced at all. It seemed right. It didn't seem forced at all. It, like, I don't know, it just seemed really natural, and like the flow of the story was really good. And then also the high tension between Harper being in the 2 worlds, with one world where Ren's kingdom is falling apart, and then Harper's other world where her mom is dying and and her brother is in deep trouble. So there was just constant tension, emotion, angst, and this book was so good, so powerful. It wasn't like the most happy book, but it was filled with tension and I loved it so much. But I could go on forever about this book, but it was just really amazing. I definitely recommend this to you guys if you want to pick it up soon, because this book I highly think that it would be enjoyed by any audience, because it's not too overly fantasy, but it's a fantasy enough, has a fantasy feel to it. It's medieval, it's like a new world to just escape into with a little touch of contemporary, and it's really fun, and we've got some really amazing characters and relationships, and I just totally hope you guys check that one out. But yeah, let's head on to my last book in the outro for this quick little recap. And so those were the two books that I kind of read the majority of in week 3, but then my last one that I started reading as well right after I finished book 4 was Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is the worst book in the Harry Potter series. I'm so excited to continue it. But yeah, I got I don't know if y'all can see that, but 60 pages in, 1 decibel of the whole book, so we've still got a long way to go with this baby. But yeah, I don't think I'll be able to finish this in March or April. My mind right now is just crazy. This is book 5 in the Harry Potter series, and this is basically the worst book, but I think I'll enjoy it more because I've came to love the Harry Potter series more. But it took 60 pages for Harry Potter to finally leave his house, so that's kind of good, I guess, and he is now going someplace, which I already know because I read the book, but I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't read Harry Potter. But yeah, this book has been pretty good so far. This has a lot more chill tones in it. We start with Harry Potter laying in a flower bed. He's just I'm listening to the news, and I like that. It's just chill. It's kind of I kind of relate to it a little bit because it seemed like he was kind of in self-isolation as well. And it's oh, I'm in self-isolation, so yeah. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. So yeah, this book is going strong and I can't wait to continue it. That's all the thoughts I have for this right now. So that concludes my little recap of all my reading that I've done for week 3. So yeah, again, we got the, Astronomy night classes, read majority of this class when it's dark outside. We read Goblet of Fire for that. We read A Curse So Dark and Lonely for Ancient Runes, Heart Rune, Heart and Cover, or in the title. And as of week 3, we only have 3 more books to go for this OWLs Readathon. So I really hope you enjoyed me talking about all my thoughts. Again, sorry I didn't vlog. I'm stressed. Still stressed. Will be stressed for the next month. But oh my gosh, when I get out of school, I might even make a vlog. It's gonna be such a happy time. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that. But yeah, just bear with me these next couple weeks. I might not put as much effort into my videos as I would usually, and I will not be posting on Mondays again. But back when we hit the end of school, or maybe I'll give myself a week, we'll figure stuff out. But just bear with me as I finish up school for the rest of the year, and it's gonna be fun when I get into the summer, because then I'll be able to have a lot more time to talk with you guys. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this video, this little recap. Hope you guys liked it too. Hopefully I'll be back to my longer videos soon. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. Love you so much. Like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Love you so much.